one of the things that we can do to heal our root chakra is to heal our family issues. It's to look at any unfinished business that we may have with any specific family members, because the root chakra is the connection to our family, okay? It's the people that raised us, and it's everything that we inherited as part of that process of being raised by them. So that includes your beliefs and any kind of cultural conditioning you may have, any family values and morals and religious practices and traditions and rituals and things like that. One of the qualities that we learn from being part of a family or part of a tribe is loyalty, okay? But sometimes that can become toxic, and the way that happens is that, so even though loyalty is a very beautiful thing, if it's you know, as long as it's not done in a kind of restrictive way, it can be great. But if you are, let's say, doing something that your family expects you to do, and basically the only reason that you're really doing it is to please the family, even though that thing could actually be causing you personally a lot of harm, and it could even be stifling your own personal development and your spiritual growth, then it's obviously not very good for you to be continuing to do that thing, whatever it may be. So really you have to decide, by the time you sort of come up to your third chakra, the solar plexus, which is where you develop your personal autonomy, you would have to really examine your beliefs and decide, well, okay, the things that I have inherited from my family that I no longer wish to carry on because I feel that they don't really serve me is this and that, whatever. And you just look at those things and you have to be ready to let them go, okay? So that's one of the ways that you can heal the root chakra, is to let go of anything that you've inherited from your family, cultural, religious, whatever it is, belief systems that you've taken on that do not serve your own personal growth. The other thing is really to resolve the unfinished business that you have with your family. So that is, you know, if you've fallen out with a family member, you know, that might mean that you may need to practice forgiveness or compassion towards them. And this doesn't have to basically be you necessarily having to kind of patch things up with them in person, because of course it could be a situation where that it's very harmful for you to perhaps have that family member around you. It could be harmful for you mentally, it could be harmful for you physically. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you've got to make everything good with them so that you can continue to have a physical relationship with them, but it might mean just for you to be able to basically let go for your own ability to move on with your life. So it means that you're basically able to let go enough so that pain or that trauma that is associated with that relationship is no longer affecting your life, okay, and is no longer crippling you. Forgiveness is not something that is easy to do, okay, especially when you feel as though somebody has really harmed you in a very serious way. So I mean, I personally believe that forgiveness is something that can happen naturally through a lot of spiritual development. So what I'm speaking about here is just basically for you to be able to do something that allows you to let go of the pain and the trauma just for yourself, so that you're no longer keeping yourself so chained to the past, okay, whatever that past event or experience may have been. It's so that you can detach from that experience and not allow it to be the story that you're still continuing to associate with, okay? So yeah, because the thing is, as long as you keep meeting yourself, as long as you keep meeting yourself at the point of the trauma, you cannot move on, okay? So what you want to do is you want to just try hard to let go of any resentment, any bitterness that you have towards that person. And that might require that you go for counselling or some kind of therapy that helps you to do that. So letting go of belief patterns, letting go of any really heavy negative emotions, you know, that you still feel towards a family member, and also maybe even letting go of anything that you may be continuing to do, some kind of a ritual perhaps, or a tradition that you feel that is no longer serving you. And yeah, so those things should help you to really start healing those family relationships and help you to kind of move on more with your own life. And sometimes you can actually make good with people that you may have had problems with long term. Sometimes you can get to a point in your development where you are actually able to maintain a healthy relationship with a family member. Sometimes it might mean having to, you know, maintain a distance from them for a while in your life, and then going back and reconnecting with that person, because sometimes people can become a lot more accepting of you as well. They can become a lot more accepting, and you sometimes have also let go of a lot of your sort of feelings of betrayal, or feeling like feeling like you've been betrayed by your family, or feeling like you've been harmed in some way. And sometimes you've found that you've come to a point in your healing journey that you're now able to move on from that stuff. So I hope that makes some sense, and I hope that helps. So I look forward to speaking to you again in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.